what is up, guys, and welcome to the OnePride podcast. So we talk all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. Yes, it's the bye week. Thank God we love the bye week. Oh, my goodness. I am so happy that we are here. The players can rest. The coaches can take a little bit of a break. Personnel can take a little bit of a break. Most importantly, we the fans can take a little bit of a break and enjoy football with zero stress. Tonight, we have a Vikings game, the Vikings and Chargers game. That is an important game to watch. Why is that? Because it's the Vikings. We want to see them lose to the Chargers. And even though I got no issues with Vikings fans, it's the NFC North. It's rivalries. We're all going to be doing that. Of course, Vikings fans would lose for wanting us to lose and vice versa. So big game there. And then you got this weekend, you got the Packers and Steelers. That's going to be a great game for us to sit back and watch. And then you have the Bears as well facing the Baltimore Ravens. I think we could see a clean sweep of 0-3 in the NFC North. This is an interesting matchups for all three of those teams, starting with tonight with the Vikings, but we're here with the Lions here. So everybody in the building, what is up? We got Joe Man, Jackson Mutes, Jonas, 2 scores, Black Fell, Alan Watt, and A.L. Johnson. What is up? Welcome to the live show here, talking Detroit Lions on this beautiful, beautiful bye week. I was going to wait a little bit later to go live, but I was feeling pretty good right now. We got that game tonight that we're going to be watching, the Vikings game, and everybody should be watching this stuff. Remember, the Lions are 5-2, but we're always wanting the North to lose. So sit back tonight, get your popcorn ready, and enjoy this Thursday night football. Getting after it. Trade deadline injuries for the Lions, or getting better from injuries, the state of Detroit. And we're going to do some Q&A tonight. We're going to have some fun time. And I appreciate everybody who hits me up, says, Mike, we got to get back to the OnePride podcast. I feel you. I hear the complaints, folks. But you don't want to overdo YouTube too much as well, because if you overdo it, people will get tired of you. So it's important that you do that. So let's get into the pretty much all good news, right? So there's not really any bad news here on this bye week. That victory going into the bye week was massive because of our health. And so now we're in a situation. Last year, we were injured in the home stretch. We're going down. Now we're going up. We're healthy on the home stretch. Amazing luck, right? Alim McNeill comes back, instantly terrorized the defensive line. What an impact Alim McNeill had on this defense. My goodness. Him, Tyleek Williams, DJ Reader, Aiden Hutchinson, Al-Qadim Mohammed, and the boys. You could see that one player of Alim just elevated everybody else on that defensive line, and it looks scary as hell out there, disrupting Baker Mayfield and dominating the offensive line of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. One player did that. Huge. There's other players that's going to be coming back as well, folks. Marcus Davenport, it should be right after the bye week or a week after the bye week that he gets back, so he is really close to coming back for his health. I know a lot of people say he's always injured, but again, just as now, if he comes in just as a rotational piece, Al-Qadim Mohammed gets more of the snaps on the other side. That's good. That is something that we can use Davenport at. He's not a full-time guy. He's a rotational piece. And when he is on the field, folks, he is disruptive. So if he comes back with Al-Qadim and the rest, that is a positive thing. You know, we don't want Davenport to be the main guy opposite Fudge. We just want him to be a rotational piece. That's where he can be good. That you negate the amount of snaps he has, then his body don't get beat up as much. Thus, you can actually utilize him in big games for the Lions down the stretch. So he's getting healthy. Malcolm Rodriguez will be back after the bye week. Great news. You know, we've been missing him for a year. Great piece to our linebacking core. And what's great about this is we don't have to work him back immediately hard at all, because all our linebackers are playing great right now. But the depth of LB is going to go up. That's great. Terrion Arnold is going to be back. Now, a lot of people may not be happy about that, but he is coming back, and that is going to help the cornerback room. It will. DJ Reed is going to be coming back. Now, maybe he'll play with the Vikings, but right after he could come back for the Vikings of the game right after that. So expect that's where DJ Reed's coming back. So he's almost completely healthy. That's amazing news right there. Obviously, you got Brian Branch. You know what's good about the suspension? It forced him to stay on the bench and rest his knee because he's had knee issues. And Kirby Joseph was able to rest. Those two will be back after the bye week. We got a $1.99 super chat.
Combo breaker!
The Lost Angels says trade for left tackle just in case. Key for depth. Look, I agree with you. I think that if there is a backup tackle that we can find potentially in the trade deadline, Brad Holmes should go that route because Taylor Decker is having a lot of issues with that shoulder, and he needs that break as well. I honestly think that the Lions potentially should hold Decker out till he's 100%. I know he wants to gut it out, but Skip can hold the fort down for a couple weeks if he need to be. We need Taylor Decker for the playoffs. That's where we really need Taylor Decker, is the playoffs. So he's going to be able to rest. Dan Campbell, if he's not 100%, just wait till he's 100%. Skip can hold it down for a little bit. So he'll be resting up. That's great news, right? Lions are just getting healthy across the board. Joshua Pascal, at some point, he's going to be back. Even though I could see a situation where if the Lions are wanting to get a pass rusher in a trade, if Pascal's healthy, you could trade for a pass rusher and use him as trade bait as well. Because he ain't coming back to Detroit. That's a fact. After this year. Let's see. You think that they'll be active at the trade deadline? Yes, they will be active. They could go cornerback, but I don't feel that now with injuries. The Lions starting to get healthy. Maybe they go get a Reek Woolen. That would be great in my opinion. It would be a 6th-round draft pick. But now with the health starting to turn around, I don't know if the need is going to be there. And if you looked at the backup secondary, they absolutely lit it up. So I don't know if that is something that they would do now. But backup offensive line for a fact. If you've already heard that they are interested for the pass rusher. Yep. What's up, Raw Detroit? Make sure you subscribe to Raw Detroit. That's my buddy. Subscribe to his channel. Yes, if they wanted to get that's my thing. He'll be back next week. Branch will be back or after the bye week, not next week, but after the bye week. It was just a 1-game suspension. If they were to get one more legit edge, this defense, man, we could go to the Super Bowl for real. I think that right now we should be up there, Super Bowl favorites, but I would like just one more piece. One more. That is me. I'm always wanting one more. Let's go overboard and just win the damn thing. Folks, we can win the Super Bowl. This team is talented. This defense is talented. The special teams now ranks number 6 in the NFL. The first 3 weeks, it was 31. So our special teams is now top 10. So you got number 2 rank offense. You have, according to PFF, the number 12 ranked defense and the 6th rank special teams. That's damn good, man. That is hard. That is a cohesive team. That is where the offense works on the defense works on the offense, and the special teams complement both. This is a Super Bowl championship type of team, and we're going in the right direction in health. One more piece. Nick Whiteside was fire. Fire, dog. No, this JMO stuff, folks, and I'm going to talk about this right now. We're going to talk about the offense and JMO. You have zero to worry about. The offensive coordinator. You have zero to worry about. The reason we didn't have the deep shots to Jamison Williams is Jared Goff could not do deep routes last week and the week before. We went against top defenses in Kansas City and Tampa Bay. We did not have the time with the offensive line. Watch the film. I have ripped on our OC. You have known this, that I have ripped on him throughout the year. But I watched the game. He couldn't have got it to J-Mo. He would have gotten hit. I don't know how many times Jared Goff last week saved from doing another fumble because those pass rushers were very close to hitting Goff multiple times, knocking the ball down. That's why we couldn't get it to him this past 2 weeks. It's the offensive line. That is the problem. It's not Jamison Williams. It's the offensive line. That's where it is. Look at the offensive line. Graham Glasgow got dominated by Vita Vea. Absolutely dominated. Taylor Decker was terrible. So that's why. Watch. Wait. Versus the Minnesota Vikings, folks. If you're wanting to see the offense blow up, wait till you see the Vikings. Okay, this is going to be different defense we're going against. Guys, when we are going against other teams, and the teams that we face are good. They're not scrub teams. Tampa Bay was not a scrub team. Kansas City's not a scrub team. Okay? Even at the time, Lamar Jackson, their offense wasn't scrub. Their defense was scrubby. But this offense will score points. Don't worry about it. We're not going to be able to we went against even the Cleveland Browns defense. That was the best defense in the NFL. Guys, it's going to happen. There is 2 teams. As long as you win, you're good. And we're winning by double digits. This is unheard of in the NFL. It's unheard of. I did not expect the Lions to be 5-2 at this point. Look at my prediction. I said 4-3, and the Lions will probably get to 12 wins. They're 5-2. I think they can get to 13 wins. I mean, this team is good, and we're going against a schedule that is much more brutal this year than it was last year. This team right now is better right now than it was last year. Period. Right now, it's better right now than it is last year. And I didn't mind this past week them doing the short passes. You know me. You know me, folks. I hate deep and dunk. I hate the dink and dunk. You know this. I've talked about it 1,000 times. But when Jared Goff is getting hit at 2 seconds, there's no other choice. You have to do and protect your quarterback. Because if he's getting hit like Baker Mayfield, he's getting terrorized like that, we're going to lose the game and potentially get him injured. So you got to do that. And then guess what? When we're going against a defense like the Vikings, they're probably going to do a ton of deep routes, and Jamison Williams probably going to have like 150 yards. Watch. The first play they do is going to be a play-action deep pass. Watch. Every team you face is going to be a different game plan. Versus the Cleveland Browns, you notice we didn't go for it on 4th down a lot. Why? We didn't need to. They trusted our defense. You played field position. We don't need to go balls to the wall every time anymore. This team is good, guys. You can count on the defense now. Lions fans, you can count on the defense. You can. Last week, when we were punting, everyone was freaking out. I said, guys, why? Look at our defense. We got a great punter as well in Jack, the GOAT, Fox. Use the field position, because when you can pin the opponent back and your defense stops them and they're at the 10-yard line, you're going to get great field position back. This is complementary football. What we're seeing right now is complementary football. This is how you win championships. We had great offense last year. Great. We were putting up a boatload of points. We got to 15-2. What did it result in, folks? 1 and done. This is different. This defense is good. We can finally count on them. We don't have to count on the offense to go for it. Even I said, man, we had to count on the offense because of the injuries. And yet, Shep proved to me we can now count on the defense. It's okay to count on the defense. It's okay. So Like, we don't have to go for it now, even in my opinion. I'm starting to change. We don't have to go on a fourth down every time now. We can punt, and our defense will take care of it. I still want the Lions to go for it on fourth down on occasions, but we really don't need to. And I tell you what, if we do go for it on fourth down, right, and we're at the 5-yard line trying to get a touchdown and we don't convert, I'm not going to be too pissed off. Why? Why do you say that? Now the opponent's at the 5-yard line and going against our defense. We're probably going to get great field position back. Like, see, this is how you got to look at it now of complementary football. This is different from last year now. How we strategize games has to be different now. When you got a great team, great special teams, great offense, great defense, you change how you play a game. You just do. And so the folks out there saying, well, J-Mo's got to get all these catches and all, who gives a damn? Look, if they want to double up on Jamison and Williams, they want to keep the safety on J-Mo because they're afraid to get hit over the top, okay. You do that. Guess who's going to feed? St. Brown, Laporta, Jahmyr Gibbs. Okay, they're going to feed. So, I don't care. He got paid. J-Mo got paid. I want to win a Super Bowl. That is it. I'm about Super Bowls this year. I am not about stats. I'm not about, you got to demoralize teams. No, I'm about Super Bowls. We took that. I told you when we went to Kansas City, folks. I said if we lose, it's not that big of a deal. It's an AFC opponent. We're trying to win a Super Bowl. The Tampa Bay game was the important one. This is how we got to think now, folks. It's different. It's different year. It is not about us. Who cares about stats? I don't give a damn anymore. We've went through that period of Lions football. Now it's about rings. It's about rings. Period. How do we get those rings? You got to, it's talent. Yeah, talent acquisition. Maybe they want to get an edge at the trade deadline. It's playing sound and fundamental. It's playing football that complements each other. You got to have things go your way. You got to get turnovers. Look what we're doing right now. We're mass turnovers. We're punching the ball out, right? We're doing the right. It's complementary football. The offense will explode. We're not going to be going against the top defenses every week. The Vikings are going to get annihilated. Okay, they're going to get it. We're probably going to put 40 points on them. It's okay. And maybe the defense gives up a little bit more. Who gives a damn as long as you win? Even though I think that we could. I think that when the Lions play the Vikings, the Vikings are going to get destroyed. But I don't know. They're a mess right now, and the Lions are not. Matter of fact, I have the Bears is better than the Vikings at this point. So, guys, so seriously, no problem. Like, don't worry about that stuff. Let's do some Q&A if you guys got some questions. I love question. Hashtag FG. Whoa, that was not the thing. Let me get the real comment on there. Let's do big comment. There we go. FGB. Shepard has done something no other coach we've had, and that's contain the mobile quarterback. 1,000%. You're correct, Devin Davis. Containing the mobile quarterback has been the Achilles heel. Shep has fixed that. We beat the besides Patrick Mahomes, he's the one that he did beat us. We did a phenomenal job, which is way better than we have done in years past. Do you think that Terrion Arnold is the right person at cornerback 1? SCB 1? No, I don't think he is. I'm starting to get concerned about Terrion Arnold. If he comes out there and he's still doing the pass interferences, I don't know, man. That's my. I'm starting to get concerned about him. That's me. That's me. Do you still have full trust in Jake Bates? Yeah, why not? Of course, he's not going to be perfect. He's going to miss some. Yeah. I have faith. Where's Wingo? Do we think that we could play a big-ended role, or is he going to disappear? He was a late-round pick. There's a reason why I didn't really talk about them all that much. Where have you heard from him? Not that much. You know? Let's see. I'm still wondering where Ahmed is returning. He's almost healthy. He's doing really good. So, yeah, it's good news about him. It's just health thing, so maybe in a couple weeks. What about what happened to Monty? Nothing. It's just Jahmyr Gibbs is playing better. Jahmyr Gibbs is just playing better. Guys, Vita Vea was in the interior of the defensive line for Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's going to be difficult to run down the middle. Where does Montgomery specialize at? It's not. You got to look at the matchups. Just look at the matchups. You'll see everything's going to get easier after the Vikings game. This is the defenses we face after the Vikings game. If you're concerned about some of these offensive players, we got the Vikings, Commanders, Eagles. We face the Dallas Cowboys. Their defenses are not that good, man. Lions are going to do some damage. We went through. Our bad stretch is done. Our bad stretch is done. It was a terror of a stretch. It's going to lighten up now. You still believe we'll trade? You still believe we'll trade for your trade targets, or do you think that we're all set? I think they still want to get a pass rusher, but again, it's going to be a late round pick, a situational guy. I don't think it's going to be anything big time, right? Or if they do a trade for an offensive lineman to be a backup. So don't expect in the trade deadline we're going to go out there and get Trey Hendrickson. Guys, that's not happening. That's not happening. Low end, yes. Are the Vikings cheeks? You know, honestly, their team is not, but their quarterback situation is. Absolute cheeks, and that's what's making that team bad. I thought for real, and I was completely wrong. I was with the Vikings organization on this. This is probably my worst take of all time. I thought them getting rid of Sam Darnold was smart. That was not the case. Holy shit. Wentz sucks. J.J. McCarthy. I don't know about you guys. They're not playing him, and he was dressed. He don't look good. They don't have their quarterback. And that's going to be a problem. So, you know, if you don't have a quarterback in this NFL, you could have fantastic team. If your quarterback is ace, it's arse, then your team's going to be arse. I was wrong completely on that. I was wrong on JJ. Because you can tell their team don't believe in him. It's clear as day. Jared Goff receiving touchdown next week? No, I don't think so. Probably not. You want to wait a little bit after, because remember, you know we did that, the play that we have done, it was St. Brown to Jahmyr Gibbs. We have done that now. We did it before this season, and it worked great. This time that we did it this last game, it didn't work great. We got to slow down a little bit. We can't consistently do the same trick plays a lot, because teams then will figure it out. So let's hold that type of stuff till later in the season or in the playoffs, because that trick play nearly didn't work, and we nearly didn't make that fourth down conversion. Okay, there we go. What do you think about the Chicago Bears playing better football right now? I think I told you guys that Chicago would be a better football team, but make no mistake about it, they're not as good as what you're seeing the record. Look at the teams that they face, guys. Let's keep it a buck. But they're an 8-8 team. They're an 8-9 team. That's where I have the Bears. That's where they're at. They've made strides from last year. You can see it. It's the same things. It's Caleb Williams holding on to the ball too long, but we already know it, right? So they're a better football team. They are. Ben Johnson is a better coach. He is. And it's not a bad thing. I have told this, and people think I'm nuts. It's not a bad thing that the Bears got better. They can help beat the Packers and the Vikings. I wanted this. I'm tired of them having 2 bye weeks, dude. Because when you have one team that sucks cheeks, you know that the Vikings are going to get 2 wins there. You know that the Packers are going to get 2 wins there. I don't want to know that. I want to know, can the frickin' Bears do an upset? Can they help us out a little bit? He says, I'm trolling Detroit Lions fans. Yeah, I don't care, man. Do what you got to do. Are the Chiefs doing bad? No, the Chiefs aren't doing bad. They're a good football team. Let's see here. What up, Doe? If you got questions, throw it in the comments. Let's see this one. Mike, do you think Marcus Davenport will save us at the edge position? No, he will not save us. I've been saying this about Davenport. He is a rotational piece. We cannot rely on him as an every down pass rusher. As a rotational piece, that's fine. Limited amount of snaps, fine. I put Al-Qadim Mohammed now ahead of Marcus Davenport. In my opinion, Al-Qadim Mohammed is the other one. I trust Qadim Mohammed more. I do. I trust him. He doesn't quit. He doesn't get injured. He's not the greatest ability, but he is solid. And I'm fine with him being right now that number 2. And if the Lions want to trade for a guy like a Jalen Phillips, I would be happy as shit. Who wins, Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat or Gandalf?
Combo breaker!
Let me get if we're going to do that, then I got to do a soundbite of Mortal Kombat. Let's see. That was not it. Let me see. I gotta find this soundbite, the Mortal Kombat one. I got it somewhere on here. Oh, no, not that one. Yoga Fire, that's my quarterback. Clown Strong. What is going on here? Can't find it. Let's go to number 2. I don't know what's going on with my Mortal Kombat one. It's not here. Maybe it got erased somehow.
Finish him.
That's it. I would go with Gandalf, man. Gandalf the Grey. I'm going with Gandalf the Grey. He beat up on that giant demon, and he knocked him down and became Gandalf the Grey. So I'm going to have to go Gandalf. He's a wizard. Would you trade Gerald Granderson from the New Orleans Saints? Maybe. Depending on what it takes. Maybe. What do you guys think? Who is a player you personally want the Detroit Lions to trade for? What player do you want? What player do you want the Lions to trade for? Name it in the comments. Yeah, it's me, Matt. What's up? Yeah, it's me, Matt. What is your Super Bowl matchup? All right, so I'm going to tell you what I think it's going to be. What I want it to be, what I think it's... I want it to be Colts and Lions. I want to have a different Super Bowl, something that we haven't, that fans, not just, definitely Lions fans, right? We have never seen a Super Bowl. But wouldn't it be better to have something completely different than stupid-ass Eagles and Kansas City Chiefs, or Kansas City Chiefs and Kansas City Chiefs and the Kansas City Chiefs and the same teams? Wouldn't it be, aren't you tired of that? Like, I want a mix-up. What I think it's going to be, Lions and Kansas City Chiefs. That's what I probably feel like it's going to be, because Kansas City is starting to go on that direction. And in the playoffs, it just happens. So I could see a situation where no matter what, they get in there. But I want Colts-Lions. We got Josh Sweat, Cam Jordan, Shannon Stewart, Jalen Phillips, Lions-Chargers, Lions-Colts. Lions-Kansas City, I do think so too. Especially after the controversial game. You know that the NFL is like, ooh, this would be a good one. This will spark a lot. And if you're a Lions fan, you would have 31 or 30 other franchises rooting for you. It would be the biggest push for Lions to win the Super Bowl in the history of any Super Bowl that ever existed. A team that have never been there, has never won anything, against the team that is always there, and there's controversial calls. You know everybody want, but I want Colts-Lions. I don't care. I don't want that narrative game. I don't want a narrative. I'm just tired of I'm tired. I tell you, I can't watch a Kansas City game anymore. I can't do it. I can't watch a Packers game, and I can't watch a Kansas City game. Can't do it. I don't even want. There's just you get tired of it, and those are the teams I'm tired of watching. So that's my thought on it. Bills-Lions. Man, the Bills going in the weird direction. They've been losing lately. I don't know what's going on with them. They just haven't been playing well. But you're right. I mean, they're a great team. They can figure it out and go on a streak just like anybody else. Let's see here. NBA was busted today. I seen that. You know, gambling has really screwed up sports, and I think I think that we're kind of screwed, you know, as sports fans. And I think you're going to see more of this crap taking place, and there's no doubt that this happens, and it's unfortunate. It really is, because none of us. I've said this 1,000 times over. When it comes to officials, I'm a Lions fan. So if you're watching this and not a Lions fan, or if you are a Lions fan, clearly there's a lot of you in here. I don't want to win a game off a bad call. I don't. Why is that? I don't want an asterisk on something. If you win a game through a bad call, you get an asterisk. And does it really feel like a victory down the road? No. Do you feel like you've earned it? No. And that's me as a Lions fan. And I haven't even been to we haven't been to a Super Bowl. I just want the calls fair. If it goes against the Lions and we are doing penalties, I'm fine with it. But this crap has got to stop. And I do think that gambling coming into sports is what's doing it. I especially this year. In the NFL, not just Lions games, because I've watched a lot of football this year. The calls have been crap. That Seattle game was garbage, okay? There has been a lot of bad calls. And I don't know what but they got to figure it out. And on a lot of sports, it's going to be like this. NBA, they had the problem with the referees years ago. It's going to be a problem. It's not a conspiracy theorist to think this. Put yourself in this position. We all know power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. We all know this. Let's keep it a buck. We've all done shady stuff behind the scenes. Maybe we've never been caught doing something shady. Still shady. You don't think there's people you can bet thousands or millions of dollars that they're not trying to do shady stuff? Come on. We're human beings. Human beings, there's good and there's bad. There's honest and there's shady. it happens. So that's why you have to have, like, in my opinion, under all officials in all sports, accountability because of that. Devin says, hashtag FGB, I'd like to see the Steelers and Lions just see Kirby pick off Rodgers for his final season. Yes. Yes. But let's go Steelers. We need the Steelers. We got to be rooting for Aaron Rodgers to beat the Green Bay Packers. No pack, no. Go Karen. We want Karen to light it up. But when Karen in Detroit faces, we got to beat him. But let's go Karen this weekend. Yeah, shout out to Eminem. D12. Hey, repping Detroit. We love it, man. All the folks who listen, the celebs, the players, the fans, keep it up. It's OnePride. We're all in this stuff together. We want a Super Bowl. We want a victory. OnePride is not two pride. We're all in this crap together. We're in it together. And it's our year, guys. It's our year. So celebrate. I want to see all Lions fans, local celebrities out on the field out there. All the legends. I want to see the fans happy everywhere going to events. It's our year. It's Detroit versus everybody. We've seen it in the Kansas City game. And I do truly believe you fans who are at Ford Field during that game are what changed the trajectory of those calls. When you chanted, refs, you suck, as loud as you did, and it was loud, it scared the crap out of New York and those officials. It did. This is how you change it. It has to be a grassroots movement. And not only do I want to see Lions fans do this, every other fan base, if you see crap calls at your stadiums, do the same thing. Let's make a change. Let's make a change. We have to do it. And I call on all content creators, Lions fans, non-Lions fans alike. If you like me or you don't, preach that to your fan bases. This is how we get change. We're tired of officially bad games. I'm tired of it. I go into now every game, in tonight's game, wondering how are the officials going to F it up. So, Kansas City fans, you're going to agree to disagree. If you get crap calls, call it out. And if it's bad, I'll call it out for you. I'm thinking about starting a segment on my channel called F Refs. And it's just all calls from all games. And me pointing it out. Period. If it's a bad call against the Lions, I'm going to call it out. I don't care. We have to do accountability now. This year has been trash with officials. It's been garbage. NBA just showed it today. Garbage. Let's make a change. Let's do it, guys. I don't care. If the call is bad against us, folks, we call it out. I am going to call my own. I'm going to literally look at every freaking call now and say, if it's, I don't care. There's going to be unbiased with referees because I've had it. I've had it. It is time to hold the officials accountable. Baker Mayfield, he went off on the officials. You may disagree with him calling them whining. I love it. I love it. He's going to get fined for it. And that's stupid. I don't think you should get fined for it. How is it that players and coaches can't call out officials? Why? Why do these guys get fined? I don't want Baker Mayfield to get fined. I don't want anyone to get fined. Call out the officials. I don't care, man. Like, it's got to be, It's got to be a thing. And this year, I've been watching the NFL for a long time. And I've been doing this YouTube for 7 years. But I've been watching football for a long time. This, by far, is the worst officiating I have seen in a season. And that is even the replacement officials were better. This is the absolute worst that I have seen this season. Because I've watched a lot of football. And it's trash. I am feeling better. Thank you. And I'm sorry going on this tangent. Sorry I'm going on this tangent, guys. But I'm sorry. It's really gotten under my skin. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I know it's going to take a long time. I know that. But I'm just tired. There gets a point where when I started this YouTube channel, you want to know what started this YouTube channel? This is what started my YouTube channel. I never was going to do this. What started me to create a YouTube channel, I was watching free agency, Lions signed Trey Flowers to a mega deal, and then ESPN was talking about a freaking backup offensive lineman for the Washington Commanders. And I said, that's it. I don't care. I wasn't doing this as a career. I wasn't doing this for a job when I started YouTube. I didn't think that was even humanly possible. I did it because I wanted to say F you to the refs in the media. That's why I started. I got tired. I'm tired of it now. I am with the flags. It's ruined me watching games now. I enjoy my football. I enjoy NFL. I enjoy watching all football. No lie, it has ruined the game for me. It has ruined the game for me. This year has ruined it. For all of the football. I love bye weeks for the Lions. I can sit back, eat all day, and watch football because I'm a fan of the game. That's why I'm pissed. So I may do this, not even for the Lions, guys. Like, dead ass serious. Howdy, everyone. Glad I caught you live. Officials should have been forced to an interview. I agree. Yes. Why can't they? Why are they not held to account? You're holding children, 21-year-olds. My kid's 19. They hold these players, these young players, to account, as they should. They're professionals. They hold the coaches to account, as they should. They are professionals. What the hell are these adults, super adults, middle, 50s and older? They're not getting held to account. What? I was in the Army. Okay? Anybody that's a veteran out there, in the Army, you hold your leaders to account. I was a sergeant. I hold myself to account. My leaders hold me. It is all about accountability. There is no excuses. There is no, in theory, no favoritism. There is favoritism, right? It's because people are people. But it's a damn good system of accountability. And it works. This is, right now, you don't have that with officials. There's accountability everywhere in the NFL and in sports. But right now, not in official capacity. And that's horse crap. It's horse crap. This is a billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar business. And you're not even having officials full-time. They make less than $100K a year. Are you kidding me? Do you know how much money's on the line in NFL games? Millions of dollars is bet. Billions a game. And you can't do that? Come on. It's not a conspiracy. They actually do have to interview just one of those slow pitch softballs. They need to get in front of the media. Just like Jared Goff has to. Just like Dan Campbell has to. The lead official needs to go in front of the media and talk about calls and lack thereof. And take questions. Absolutely. Max Crosby is a dog. Hey, he should have forced his way out. Game tonight, big time game tonight, folks. Vikings playing It's going to be a big game, folks. We need those Chargers. The Chargers. Justin Herbert to help us out. Who do you got winning the game? He's not done, guys. Decker's not done. He had a cleanup on shoulder surgery, guys. I feel for Deck. I know the pain that he's in. I had the same operation done on my shoulder. I've had multiple shoulder surgeries, and I had a cleanup. And the cleanup was microscopic surgery. And what happens, at least for they clean the issues up, or if there's things that need to be removed for the healing process or tightened up, it's microscopic surgery. They go in here and they tighten everything up. And sometimes, if you don't let the healing process heal, it lingers, okay? And it can linger and linger. They have to shut it down for a while. Like, that's just how the shoulder works. It can be fine and fine. You take that one hit, and it goes right back, okay? They've got to let it heal and let it fully heal and let the tendons and ligaments and the muscles heal. Let him have the time off. If it takes 4 or 5 weeks, let it heal. Skip can hold it down for a little bit. That is the problem. I know that pain because I lift weights, and that's what happens. It flares up. You got to let it heal, and they're not letting it do that. The problem is he's feeling good, right? Everything's going good, but it takes one hit, and that hit aggravates everything because it's not 100% heal. I know when my shoulder goes jacked up, guess what I'm not doing for a little bit? Shoulder days, and I'm very cautious on how I'm doing my lifting weights in regards to bench press and biceps and triceps because it is something. When you get older, it tends to linger, but they need to let this thing heal. Let it heal. Whatever time it takes. If we have to lose a regular season game for it, so be it. We need him for a playoff run. We need him for the playoffs for sure, right? Like, let it heal. I didn't want him to play last week because of it. I felt it was him coming back too soon. I wanted him to heal one more week because then he would have had that week off, a bye week. He would have been pretty good coming back for the Vikings. I don't even want him to play for the Vikings. Let him heal. Skip can hold it down. He's not that horrible of a backup. Yes, Skip is a downgrade. Yes, it's a downgrade. Okay, cool. It's not that huge of a downgrade. It's not a significant downgrade. Now, do you want Skip for the regular season playing on that left side, or you want him in the playoffs? I want Deck in the playoffs. So just let him heal. God dang, man. All right, folks. So I've been on for a while now. I'm gonna get off. I got to get ready and for the Vikings game and watch what happens there. So I appreciate everybody